straw bale schoolhouse.
Yes.
Okay. Some of these we're seeing in other videos from Ithaca villages that we filmed earlier. The greenhouses are really great because obviously you can walk in here and you get some heat because of the greenhouse effect, which we know is what is causing some areas of the planet to get really hot. And when that happens, that force of air gets pushed, like it builds pressure, like it expands. And so when it expands, we get a lot of wind. And we also get a lot of temperature differentials, which creates a lot more lightning. And not that lightning is awful, but it can be when it starts forest fires. We also have, well, another thing about the storms just get much worse because you have more hot, and the contrast between the hot and the cold causes obviously vortexes, hurricanes, tornadoes, and the like. So what we're asking for the Clean, Safe, Renewable Energy Fund for Standing Rock is we're asking that you go to the page and donate. And we'll likely put together a page of the same name, Clean, Safe, Renewables for Standing Rock, and we'll show what's being done. We'll show them what is happening with the money so that there's accountability for donation. We could probably break it down pretty good to say, okay, here's what this person's donation went to. It went to part of this actual solar panel or micro wind. Okay, I'll try and keep this video short. So, just so you know, over here, straight across is where they have the pipeline that goes across the river there. And then directly across from the river is this Ladana's up on this hill. You can't see him now, but he's this great, noble looking red warrior statue. And where is he? I think he's behind. Oh, I see him. All the way right up in there. There's his head. Anyway, there's more photos of that guy. I'm sure you'll see him. But he looks right over this river and this divide. And it's just really interesting. I've said this in other videos. If you're not into the prophecy kind of stuff or whatever, and that's all, hokey, wishy-washy stuff, then just consider, this is like right in the heart of our country. And, it literally goes down the center of the country. And it also goes down the center of our hearts. So this pipeline, while it's a pipeline, it's also a straw. And we suck through this straw. And that hurts us to know that as we drive gas cars, as we buy products that are made by companies that we don't know much about and who may be doing atrocities, as we do that, we find that we're in a really difficult place because that hurts a lot. This American flag is upside down here. That's a sign of distress, and that's a legal means to show this distress. So again, this black snake is a straw, and we suck through it, and so it goes down the heart of the country, and it goes down our own hearts, and that's what we're here to heal. Because what's happened is, between us and what is God-given, and that comes from Great Spirit, Mother Earth, what has happened is someone, this black snake, which is the greed, has gotten in between us and what is God-given. And that's just simply greed. And these people, we need to embrace them, the fossil fuel industry, and love them and say, we understand you're afraid. You want to keep your job. And if you have less money than you did before, then you're really afraid. Well, we're all here to come together in love, and that's the way that it's going to be done, by forgiveness. Forgiveness, as Nako says, the forgiveness starts with me. There's no one else that can do the forgiving that might need to be done inside one's heart. So, other than yourself, So forgive them. They don't entirely know what they're doing. And we don't know what we're doing. When we turn on our engines, I call it POIPIS, point of ignition and point of sale. So when we do, when we have the point of sale, that's the POS, and that's, you know, a gas station, or that's, you know, a steakhouse where you don't know what they're doing in the steakhouse. So just really quickly over here, you can see construction still going on, even though they've been asked to halt it. So yeah, that POS is the point of sale. That's where you buy your stuff. If you don't know what's happening behind the scenes there, then you're being neglectful for the planet. That's just a common, you know, that's not to put anyone down or anything. It's just an acknowledgement that there's some neglect going on there. The other thing is point of ignition. So the point where you turn the key and you hear the engine, that hurts to know that at the other end of that is what's happening at the straw. You know, this straw goes all the way down there, all the way around the world, and all the way back up to your tailpipe, and then all the way back up to your car when you drive it here. Now, this is the last straw, and driving your car here is really 2 steps forward and 1 step back. But if you don't take that first step, then we're not going to get that second step, even though we're going to lose one of the steps because we have to use this stuff in order to get off of it, if we were to do it quickly and efficiently. So we need to focus on things that will help us get off of it while we are, you know, using it. So maybe we use some oil to build solar panels, you know, and as long as we get to the point where we can figure out how to do it, we just got to buy time in terms of the environment, and we got to focus on that now and fast. So everybody who comes here has a plan. I mean, not a plan. Doesn't have a plan. People come here just because they're called by spirit, by something that's happening here, and if you have something missing in your life, in your heart, whether it be a loved one or a family member or something, come here to heal it, because this is where the healing's happening. This is the center of the greatest healing this nation has ever known, and we're just getting started here. We really are. There's a little schoolhouse being built. There's you know, little doggies. There's hi kitty. You know, there's kids running around everywhere. It's there's medical centers being set up. There's the most ingenious people around the world are starting to show up. People that can help build eco-villages, people who can use their own knowledge and their own skills to make this a shining light for the whole world to see, that says clearly we do not need fossil fuels. How do we know this? Well, look at what we're doing. You know, that's the key. And so what's going to defeat the pipeline is solar and wind, 2 biggest helpers. And there's much more. You know, geothermal and heating rocks like we do in sweat lodges. So yeah, there's a sweat lodge there, the men's and a woman's, and I'll tell you, getting in those things is amazing. It's cleansing, it's healing. So again, if you feel a loss of something, it might not entirely be that loss is what it is. It might be that you're feeling a loss of your connection to the earth. You know, if you haven't picked your own fruit, your own food, or done any of that stuff for a long time, it's time to come back and do this, because nature is the great healer. You know, nature revives. Nature is healing. That's by nature. Nature is healing. It's growing, and by nature is also recycling and dying and having rebirth. So, all right, I will leave it there, and I'll just point at this guy, because this is a great one. Honor the treaties and Honor the Earth is a great company. And then just really quick, Unify is another great one, and this car is amazing. This is the one that you should look up to see how much they are used, because they're great. And this guy right here. If you want to know what's going on, turn on this music and listen. Go to Musical Medicine Movement on Facebook, and you'll find a link to the page and to the Spotify list. Yeah. All right. Leave some messages, some comments, and tell us what you'd like to see, and we'll come back and bring you some more info. And by the way, yes, when I walked in here, I did see it was warmer in there, even though there's a wall on the other side. Hey, that looks pretty cool. It's the new Facebook or iPhone thing, I think, that helps us do. Here's the Obama looking thing. It does this. Bird finger. Sorry, inside joke. Obama. HOT, which is Hillary, Obama, Trump, they're in the hot seat. And their time has passed. They're guilty of spending 9 months or longer so far allowing these people to be over here harassing the peaceful Lakota. And the peaceful Lakota, trust me, we go in these tents and they sit and they say, please bring more people. We love you. We respect you. We want to honor you. Everyone who's here, they're so thankful. And there's people of all ages, all colors, all types. People meditating, people working hard, people working smart, and people are just getting involved. And this is what we can learn to do and spread this information around the world by way of, the gifts of intelligence in the interwebs, on the internet. We're all like neurons in this whole big mind, and now we can really embrace each other. So Hillary hasn't stopped the pipeline. She's invested in the other one, and she's invested in all of them, a lot of them, Citigroup and everything. And so was Obama, and certainly so is Trump. So the black snake is the greed, and this is just the symbolic manifestation of that, is the snake. So we're looking to stop the greed before it just locks the whole world up and we don't find a way. So the message here is that that's how we're going to do it. We're gonna just build a new, Zion is one word, but that might offend some others. So if you have another word, we're gonna build an Eden here, where we take care of each other. We have food, we have processes, we have the internet, and we can all communicate. And the Sioux Nation can actually become completely sovereign, energy sovereign, especially too. I mean, they can get by probably without a lot of electricity, but no need to do that when we can get it from the sun and the wind. And we can come here. We can post things on Open Source Alternate Energy Facebook page, and we can post things on Standing Rock Eco Villages page. So again, keep an eye out for just Google for it. It's not here yet, but keep an eye out for Clean, Safe, Renewable Energy for Standing Rock Fund. It's a long name, but we say clean and safe because not everybody understands that safe is not nuclear. Okay, hope to see you here soon. Aloha. And when you get here, we're gonna say, hello family, welcome home. That's what we say, welcome home. It's just like Shangri-La in Minnesota. Adios. And go listen to some Nako. And go to the Musical Medicine Movement page and Environmentally Conscious Music page.